Children, good morning. This is the third and last part of the chapter, the sentence, and this is the last page of the PDF that you have regarding the text of this chapter. So, what do we have in the last part? It is the object of the verb. Let's refer to the book. Read these sentences aloud. Raju sells newspapers. I saw the thief. Divya plays the violin. So, before solving this or making you understand what this is, let us do a quick revision on what noun is. Children, you must be knowing what a noun is. The main definition of noun is it is the name of a person, place, or thing. So, in these examples, you must be seeing that there are two nouns present along with a verb. The verb is in the middle. First, we have a noun, Raju. Second noun is newspapers. So, what is the book trying to say? Now, read each sentence once again and ask the question what or whom after the verb. You will see that we get another noun as an answer as in. So, what do we have to do while checking what the object is? First, we will try to find out the verb in the sentence. Secondly, the noun present after the verb is your object. Children, I'll try to explain it with the help of an example. Raju sells newspapers. So here, sells is the verb, and whom or what is the question that we have to ask ourselves. Whom or what? Raju sells what? Newspapers. So the second noun here, that is the noun present after the verb, is newspapers. So the second noun is your object, children. See, I saw whom? The thief. So the thief here is the second noun. Divya plays what? The violin. The noun which replies to the question what or whom asked after the verb is known as the object of the verb. So what do we do to try out to find the object in a sentence? We will first try to find the verb in a sentence. Then we will ask ourselves the question whom or what. Okay? Then whatever the answer is to those two questions, that is your object. Okay. So in your book, children, there is only one exercise given on this. I think that is sufficient, and that is fill in the subject, verb and object in the correct column in the table after reading these sentences. We sang songs in the bus. So here you have to first write the subject. We did what is a subject and a predicate in the second part of the chapter, the second video that you must have seen by now. And the verb you all must be knowing. Again, I'll tell you what a verb is. A verb is a word which indicates the work being done in a sentence. And then the object, as I've right now taught you, the object is the noun present after the verb in a sentence, the second noun, whatever is being talked about. The teacher spoke to the parents. So this exercise, children, you will have to solve as a worksheet. Okay, one exercise on this is enough. This was a very small part of the chapter. So in the first part of the chapter, children, I did with you what a sentence is. A sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. Some rules have to be kept in mind while you make a sentence. The first rule is that a sentence should make complete sense. It is not necessary that a group of words that you are having might make complete sense. Secondly, a sentence always has a verb. Third thing that you have to keep in mind is that a sentence has to be started with a capital letter. It should have all the proper punctuation marks, that is a comma, full stop, exclamation mark, question mark. Third thing, children, that has to be kept in mind is a phrase and a clause. So a phrase and a clause are parts of sentences. The main difference between a phrase and a clause is that a phrase does not have a verb while a clause has a verb. So this is the difference between a phrase and a clause. Both of these together make a sentence. The first worksheet, you will be solving jumbled words, you will be making sentences, proper sentences. Now secondly, I taught you what a subject and a predicate is. A subject is something that we are talking about in a sentence, and a predicate tells us something about what we are talking, something about the subject. And a predicate always starts with a verb. If in a sentence the first word only is the verb, say you will wonder what the subject is, then you will have to add the verb you in that sentence, and that word will be the subject. I have given you the example in the second video. So subject and predicate, also one thing to be kept in mind while solving the worksheet is that you have to divide the page in two parts. First part has to be the subject, second part has to be the predicate. Okay children, this is something that you have to remember while solving the exercises. Do your work very neatly and very attentively. Whatever doubts that you're having, you can refer to these videos again and again, no problem. But still, if you have any doubts, whenever the school reopens, you can ask me how many times you want to. Third thing that I have done with you in this chapter is the object. So an object is something that is present after the verb in a sentence. That is the second noun present in the sentence. To find out the object in a sentence, we ask ourselves two questions, and that is whom or what. So the first thing that you will be doing is to try to find out the verb. After the verb, you will ask these questions, and the answer to that question, that is a noun, will be the object. Okay children, I hope you've understood everything, and I hope that you will be doing the worksheets well. Thank you for watching this.